Hello there. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to add the mydlink home, the mydlink home camera, the DCS-935L, to the mydlink application manually. Here you can see camera, a mobile device which is an Android tablet, and the little configuration card that comes in the box with the device. And we've also got a mydlink router here, or sorry, a Dlink router, a standard Dlink router, which is has an internet connection, and this is what we're going to add it to. Okay, you can see here we're already logged into the mydlink home application. If you're doing this for the first time, the first thing you'll be asked to do is create an account, and then once you create an account, you'll be at this screen. The first thing to tap on then is add new device. Now you've got two options here. You can scan the QR code, or you can perform manual setup. Now the QR code is here on the little card. The QR code enables the app to know all the various bits of information that we would otherwise be entering manually, and it's great when it works. When it doesn't work, we need a manual option, and so we use a manual setup, and that's what we're going to do here. Manual setup. Here's all the list of the possible devices you can add. Tap on network camera and you'll see the DCS-935L is the second one. Tap again. It now invites you to turn on the camera, which you can now do if you haven't done so already. And you can see here that we've already done so. And now it asks you, once you tap next again, it asks you, wait for the power LED to blink green. Now, you can see two green LEDs on here, and this is what you should be seeing. The power LED is the blinking one. It also indicates activity. If there's no activity, it's just solid green. The light above it is actually within a small button, which you should just about be able to see, and that indicates that the camera's in direct mode. Direct mode means the camera is in the right mode for configuration, and basically means that the camera's broadcasting a wireless network name. Now then, just to make sure that's it. Yep, lovely. So this means that this device here, which normally looks for a router, will also be able to see the camera in its list. If you don't see that light, then the LED below it will probably be red. That means the camera's in the wrong mode. All you need to do is push and hold that button there next to my thumb for about 3 seconds. And what you should see then is the lights will change. This will become a blinking green and this will turn on. Alright? So, we now have a blinking green LED. Tap next. Now this is the other little bit of automatic configuration that can happen here is WPS. WPS essentially means you press a button here, you press a button on your router, and they talk to each other and join. It means you don't have to put in a password, things like that. But again, WPS, not always, like most labour-saving devices, doesn't always work very well. So we will use manual. Okay, so now it's telling me that I have to join to the network name shown by the camera. So I will go to my Wi-Fi settings, my Wi-Fi networks list. Okay, so now I'm not going to move the camera because it's a little difficult to refocus this, but just above my finger here, on the back, on the label on the back of the camera, is written the wireless network name, also known as the SSID, and the password. Alright, for the wireless network name. And it's also written on the card here. Okay, so you can actually have the camera not necessarily pointed at you, just use the card. Alright, so just waiting for the camera to become available. Let me just move that over here. Right then, now here's the network. Let's just forget the network because it was already done from earlier. So now you can see it now appears in the list. DCS-935L-1495, which is the wireless network name that you should see here, the SSID. So now I'm going to put in the password. The password has to be entered exactly as it appears on the card and on the back of the camera. Okay, here we go. Okay. And if in doubt, There's just what you've typed. If you tap there, show password, if you've got the option on your particular device, show password, tap on it and you can see what you've typed. Okay, so click connect. Just awaiting that. There you go, camera's now connected. So what you do now is you switch back to the app. And the camera's now recognised that you've actually connected to the camera, and the app is now gone automatically onto the next screen for you. If it doesn't, you just tap the next button. So it's now asking me, do I want to join it to my router? This is because I've already done it before. So I will say no at this point. This screen, if you're doing this for the first time, you won't have seen it. It will go straight on to please select your home Wi-Fi network. So that's going to scan for all Wi-Fi networks in the area, including, just going to move that out of the way a little bit, including the your home router. If you live in a built-up router, then this is going to fill up with SSIDs. Now, on our router here, on the bottom of that, you should just be able to see that, is the label. This should include the same information that's available on the label on the camera. So this will be the wireless network name and also the password. Now if it's your own home router, you probably already know these. Wouldn't hurt to check anyway, just to make sure you've got the password correct. So in the list I can see the first one is Dlink C73F, and that's the wireless network name of the router. Okay, put that there. That's the wireless network name of that router. So I'm going to tap on that, and it's going to ask me for the password. So I'm now going to just tap that in. Excuse me a second. And tap next. Excuse me. So that's now going to try and connect to the camera, to the router. Now, what you'll notice is the LED has now gone red and the top LED has gone out. So this means that the app has successfully changed the setting of the camera from access point mode, direct mode, to wireless client mode, and is joining it to the router. The app is now searching for the device, and okay, so what I need to do now, I'm just going to move that away and that away. I will. Okay, so I've checked my Wi-Fi settings, it's connected to the router. Back to the app, search again. Okay, the green LED, the flashing green LED on the camera indicates that it is actually connected to something happily. So now it's going to ask me for the time zone. And I'm going to find the time zone that I want to use here. So I'm going to use this one. That's selected, and I can change it if I've tapped the wrong one, or I can confirm. Okay, device password. This password is the administration password for the camera. Alright, this is if you connect to the camera via its IP address, when you're connected locally, it'll ask you for a username and a password. The username's admin, ADMIN, in lowercase letters, and the password is what you choose here. The nickname is how this camera will appear in your mydlink home app in the list of connected devices. So I'm going to choose, when I can hit the right button, mycam. If you've got more than one device, what you can do here is give it a name that reflects where it is. So for example, mycam living room. Now here you've also got the image. There's a little image associated with each device that's in the that's in the list of devices that you've got, and you can leave it as it is, or you can select one from a library of icons, one from the library of photos, so whatever photos exist on your device, or you can take a photo and just use that instead. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a photo of this camera. There we go. So and that's now inviting me to position the position and scale. And you can see the little square there. That square, you should be able to see the square. Yep, you can. The square indicates that what will actually be the icon. So I'm going to use that. I'm happy with that. Give me a background color. I'm going to choose blue and tap done at the top right hand corner. There you go. There you can see password, nickname, picture, finish. The app's going to now finish the setup procedure here. So you just give that a few seconds. Okay. So right then, so now you can see the camera is now at the bottom of the list there, along with its icon. Okay. Okay. So you can now see the live view of the camera. That's showing bottom of my t-shirt here and the tripod. And you've got the time and date stamp in the top left corner. You've got the little button here, which is the mute button there. The little speaker in the next. Tap that. That's now actually activated the microphone in the camera. Tap it again, and that's off. That button there, that's the snapshot. That allows you to take a picture of whatever the camera's looking at the time. This is the exposure setting. Now, if you look here, what you should see is fairly ordinary. Now if I tap the moon there, that changes. The image changes, and you can see 4 little LEDs on the front. Alright, the 4 little LEDs are the infrared LEDs, and they provide a light source in low light conditions for the camera. And the camera is also now in black and white. The image is now in black and white. So I'm going to switch that back to auto. Okay. Right then. So next, you've also got some basic configuration here. You've got motion detection, sound detection, and device information. And the device information holds various pieces of information there. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching.